liberation of Italy? Are we talking about the government of Israel? I remember the likes of the family of Netanyahu, David Netanyahu, that was a military commander. Like man, followed the charter through the Zionist movement and the movement for the liberation of Palestine. I remember the likes of Oliver Cromwell in the far ages of the Great Britain. These people followed the due process of rule of law, and they all made it. Why is it that in our own time, somebody who is not expert in leadership will come out just because of emotion? You'll be changing things while we were trying to redeclare the sovereignty of Biafra. They were planning what you call coup d'etat. Simple. I don't want to take us too long. I want us to follow things the way Prime Minister followed it before this time around. Very simplicity. As I am using my mic, may God bless all of you, Helen Peters. May God bless you, University of Biafra. May God bless you, Rafa Jaire. May God bless you, the Honorable Minister. May God bless you, Ekwensu of Biafra. May God bless you, Million of Biafra. May God bless you, Ifeanyichukwu of Biafra. May God bless all of you in nomine pater, filius et spiritu sancti. Donate today and for the liberation in legal process. I yield my mic honorably. Thank you.
Thank you. Let Helen Peters speak. Helen Peters, carry the mic before I come back.
Thank you very much, my minister, for what you guys are doing. Minister Ralph Ajere, you know how much I love you guys. Thank you. We must stand strong. This is the time we need to stand strong because we have come over this before. Everybody know how we fought hard to get where we are. Our prime minister, he fought hard to make sure our account is not be taken by the past evil DOS. So now we have another COS. We know the difference now. Nothing has changed.
Helen Peters.
Sir.
Please, the name is Madam You Must Bow. Madam, you must bow.
You must bow, and we will not bow. That
and we
Madam,
cannot bow
you must
to her.
bow. We will
So
never bow to her.
She said we
no
must
way.
bow. So we are not going to bow. So
We
that is her
have a
name now.
charter. We have a charter. We have the template that our prime minister have already laid on ground for us to follow. We have all this. And of recent, I also learned that there is a memo that prime minister dropped for the next person to follow if he's not there. And that memo was this silent by the so-called Madam You Must Bow. Why did she bring it out for us to follow? You understand? There are names, there are people who are supposed to take it over. But this woman who was just appointed by our prime minister, not given the power to fire or hire anybody, she is there, mesmerizing everything all around. We don't even know the truth that is coming up now. You understand? Now we have seen that Sahara reporters, even, I don't know, I did not believe any of his reports, but there is fire on the mountain. With what this woman is playing out, I'm beginning to suspect. Right now, I don't know if, who to even hold responsible any longer. If she has nothing in concrete in her hand that is telling her that Prime Minister is not coming out tomorrow to come and challenge her, why is she running so fast? Because we did that is bringing out now. We need how long is he going to stay? What is happening? Why is this woman so mad and be firing, sacking everybody that Prime Minister has put in place? She deserves herself as a government in exile. She that deserves herself is also the person that is implementing another government that we all should follow. How does that work? My people, this is the time for you to know the truth. If you don't come out to stand for the truth now, do not come out again. Because the people that we even thought they will take it up from where our prime minister stood for saying the truth, the old men and women, they have all failed us. Gray-headed people have failed us. They have no wisdom. They have failed us. I don't know if they have got dementia. They have failed us. They will come to space and be talking trash. Your charter is invisible. How is your charter invisible? So is your country invisible? You know, my people, this is the time everybody needs to stand straight. We need to stand straight. We need to know that the only account that our leader has given us and our prime minister continue to fight to protect is the IPOB in USA.org/donate. Please have that in mind. If you go and put your money in the new dimension according to them, that is for every charity organization, you are gone. You are not donating that money for our men on ground. She don't even have access to those people. And that is the reason why she's going mad. Electing people that is going to betray our men on ground. That is what she's doing. She's selecting our people that Nigerian government has pointed to them that have worked with them to betray our people on ground. And that will never work. You are going to have your reward, because when you have your freedom, it is the greatest reward that you're supposed to have in your life. Freedom is the greatest reward. Please, my people, I yield my mind because so many people are still on the mind. Thank you very much, my minister, for giving me this opportunity to speak. I appreciate every one of you once again. I yield. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Ellen, and everyone that have spoken. Yeah, the program has gone on air now, so everyone can hear us. I salute to all Biafrans listening to us from all over the world, those that will listen later, and those that will hear from the other end, and those that are listening on the anonymous session. It's better you come out and listen very well so that we see your identity, so that when PM comes, you can hit your chest and say, I was among those that were standing to defend the gate so that nothing will come in. Thank you all so much. Yes, last week fundraising was massive, and that is why you see the enemies of that fundraising crying and sacking people left, right, center, changing people, so that the fundraising today will not be massive again. No, the more you sack, the more the fundraising will be super massive. Yes, I want Biafran people to know and remember that this same sacking this and sacking this, we have gone through this before. When Onyendu was kidnapped, we've passed through this before. You saw all these things. The sacking that started in abroad, every country, down to homeland, and now she has taken the madness to homeland. So all of you should listen now. If you are amongst those that they are doing the sacking and you were in their list before, stand your ground. Just carry your name. come out for that their place, so that they will not expose your information to the zoo one Nigeria. Now they hear me so, because your security is the most important thing. It's not about the position that they want to give you. Your security and your life in the homeland is more important than that position of the group that Ngozi will put you. So whichever group Ngozi is creating for you now is at your own risks. So take yourself out of those groups. Just stay calm and quiet. We are going to put everything in order. Okay? Don't rush into any group that Ngozi has created. The old one that she scrapped, remove this one, remove this one, remove this one, remove this one. She's setting up her own. And they are passing memo and say, if you don't obey whatever she says, if you don't bow to our government, you are out. Relax yourself. Don't bow to anything, because Prime Minister did not tell you you must bow. The Prime Minister of this very government never tell any Biafran that you must bow. No. He did never use such word on Biafran, because he knows he is fighting for them and he is not authoritarian. So he never use such word and say you must bow. He said, I came for this Biafra for you. He's fighting for you, and he's inside there now for you. And he couldn't use the word you must bow. He never said you must bow to his government. You must bow to him because he is the one in charge, he's the one as the God. No. He set strategies and modalities for you to follow. He put a charter for you to follow. He put everything in place for you to follow. So I thank all of you. If you are in abroad, starting from USA, America, of all the states, UK, of all the states, coming down to Europe, it is not Ngozi's money that you are using to do donation to the Biafra government website. Okay? It is your own money. So Ngozi does not have the right to decide for you and tell you, if you don't put in new mandate, you are out of Biafra government or you're out of Biafra liberation. No. It is your money. You're the one that is putting the money to the Biafra army. Ngozi is not in charge of the Biafra army. The other one that she is parading with, calling himself Solomon Kwacha, is not in charge of the Biafra army. Prime Minister put the Biafra army in the charge of two persons. And that is who? That is the way the money will go down, and his personal PA that is working. So these two people, that is why I put here defense and finance. PM knew why he kept defense and finance away from Madam You Must Bow. So the name Madam You Must Bow, she's the one that brought it up for herself. So you guys should not be calling her name here again, because it's not a name that we want to hear. Use that a new code name that she has given herself, Madam You Must Bow. I think our co-host is having network issues. I will bring you down and bring you up again.
Yeah, my network is good. I'm not having network issues. Is it Nana? Probably.
Yes, Nana. I will bring him
Okay.
up again.
Okay. Can I just have an addendum to what my boss just said now? Biafrans, you can see that we need to move, and we are moving with speed. We're moving with utmost speed. And we got intel that some of the reps are trying to align with the enemies of our prime minister. I live in Italy. I was hearing the voice of the Italian rep, what's guy's name? Be very careful. Biafrans that put money into your account are putting it for you to send into the Biafra Liberation Army account, which is through the
My
website.
deputy
Yes?
PM, deputy, please. I wasn't having network issue. I wanted, before you make your submission,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
answer this question. For you to answer this question as well, you and the Minister of Information. You see, the insinuation, they have brainwashed most of their followers. The insinuation is that you, our communication minister and deputy minister and the Minister of Finance, that you all are power hungry. that you are power hungry. That is the insinuation that they, why is it that among the whole ministers that the cabinet have before, why is it that it is Raf? Why is it that it's Sonia Akparawa? Why is it that it's Nkele that is standing very strong and say they cannot hand over their portfolio because they are power hungry? Please explain to Biafrans who actually don't, they don't understand the area that the Madam You Must Bow is taking them to. And the false narrative that is being created against you, honorable men, who were
That
able to
narrative,
stop this
that
madness.
narrative, Dr. David,
Thank you.
Dr.
Am I-
David, that narrative is only
The,
an
the
alibi.
truth the truth is out. They are panicking. There is no
Don't
any
worry.
two ways about it.
Don't worry. Let me respond.
Hello, please, can I go ahead and make my submission
No,
since I don't
wait,
it's long
wait,
about.
wait. We are just starting this, please. Before you make a submission, just wait. Power hungry is something of for criminals. It's only criminals that are power hungry. Freedom fighters don't care about position. What they care is about fights. What I am doing is I am fighting for the survival of Biafrans. Now, for the record, I am not interested in any power. I don't even have time to occupy office and do power. I don't have that time. The only thing I have time to do is vam, and that's exactly what I'm doing right now. That's the only thing I know how to do. And that's what I've shown myself to do. It's just to do vam against the enemies of Biafra. Who cares about power? When she will tell you, why she will tell you this is because she is power crazy. She is power drunk, completely power drunk. And what's funny thing is that she have got no power, and yet she is drunk with power. When you talk about power, power belongs to the children of God, children of heaven. The power to stop the devil, the power to stop Nigeria, the power to stop the zoo. That is the power we are drunken of. We are not drunken of power to control our fellow Biafrans. When God created man and told him that you will have dominion, the dominion you have is to have dominion over the world, over the created things, not over your own fellow human beings. God did not give Adam the power to dominate Eve or to dominate a fellow human being. No, we don't dominate humans. We dominate the devil. We dominate the world. That's what we do. And so if you have the spirit of the devil in you, that is when you want to dominate a fellow human being. They were in their meeting yesterday and they don't know that we have our Yokumita to follow up every situation. And this woman was just shouting, if you don't follow, if you don't do, you will bow, you will do this, you will cast you out. Then one of the reps told her, our prime minister have never come out with such threats like this. You say you want to lead and you are threatening everybody, you will kick them out, you do that. What kind of expression is this? And then they now asked her about the charter. They asked her, you said that you don't want to obey the charter, that we don't want to use it. In fact, she categorically said there that the charter is useless. And we have it on record, and if she denied it, we have evidence. She said the charter is useless, that the government will never use the charter, that they will not subscribe to the charter. And then the brother was then asking her, if you say we cannot use the charter, can you tell us which document are you going to be using to lead as you say you want to lead? She could not answer that question. She was not asking the brother, tell us which part of the charter you are using in your own location, in your own area to lead the people. The brother asked him, I am asking you a question. Since you say you cannot lay hold, you cannot use the charter. By what law are you going to govern or lead Biafrans? She could not answer it. She was going left, right, and center. This is the person that is telling you that we are power hungry. She is the one that is power hungry. Because from the word go, she never got power. Nobody in Biafra gave her power. She was occupying a position in the office of the prime minister. And immediately her boss was taken away. She who is supposed to be fighting for the restoration of her boss is fighting to dominate Biafrans, dominate people. Hey, and Akara was on it. And the Minister of Ejima rose up and said, we will defend the Prime Minister, we will defend our movement. People like the university stood up, people like Mr. Snow, Mazi Abobi stood up, Adas Zion stood up, Mazi Mahmoud Abu stood up, Professor Choba stood up, Joy Irobi stood up. I said, no way, Nana, our beloved rep in Canada, stood up. There are so many. You cannot count some of them that eventually stood up and said, look, Are you nuts? What's wrong with you? How can you be commanding an authority and destroying things like this? And we immediately ask her question. She will say, why did the prime minister not choose you and give you the position? And then I now stood up and asked her, can you give me evidence where the prime minister chose you and gave you this power that you are using to destroy? Because the text message you wrote to us is coming from someone else, not from the prime minister. And the way it is addressed, it is not even addressed to Biafrans. It's addressed to Igbo people. And our prime minister does not address to Igbo people. He addressed to Biafrans. Because Biafra land is not only made up of Igbo people. So this letter is not coming from the prime minister. Can you give me evidence? Because we are still talking and talking. We have not shown you that text message. By the time John go mature, if she refused to bring that evidence about herself, where the prime minister gave her that authority, we go escalate this thing.
Minister
Sorry,
Ajare, Minister
Mazi.
Ajare, calm down. Calm down, calm down. Calm down. Let's wait for them. Let's wait for them to bring that letter out.
That's
When
what I'm
they
saying.
bring it
That
out,
I will
we
not
will
bring it.
answer
She
that
will,
question.
she will bring it by herself and give us evidence where the prime minister gave her the authority to tell Biafrans that if you do not obey me, if you do not bow to me, you will be thrown out, you will be cast out, and all this nonsensical thing that she's saying. Biafrans are wise. Biafrans are smart. Biafrans are intelligent. And ultimately, Biafrans are free. We are no longer in the era of Janjaweed. Janjaweed can never rule us. Awusa can never rule us. They can never control us. You can go and control the people that you are using your charity money to control in Ugwausa. Not in Biafra land. That your charity account can never survive Biafra. Go and use it to help people in Ukraine, in Syria. But our own Biafra Republic government in exile, account details are IPOB in USA.org/donate. Biafra Republic Gov.org/donate or /tax. These are the places where Biafrans will support the Biafra Liberation Army, which is our heartbeat, our main core, the epic of our movement, the Biafra Liberation Army. And the commanders are always waiting to receive because all bullet na water. As they shoot, we they replace them. As they fire, we they replace them. We will not stop. We will only stop to reload when we arrive in Arochukwu to worship our Biafra in Biafra land. You continue to deceive people. We are not a country. We are not a country. We are a country. Travel to Biafra land today now and begin to shout our Biafra everywhere. The armies are there. We are challenging them. We are dislodging them until we are completely free of them, dislodge them completely. That is when you will be bold enough and open your mouth and say, we are now a country. We are now a free. We are not yet completely free. We are fighting. And if we are still in exile, we will support our Biafra de facto in the homeland and the Biafra Liberation Army to fight the enemies. That's what we'll keep doing, and that's what we'll do. Nobody that is standing against you is power hungry. You that is fighting us, you are the one that is power hungry, Mrs. They must bow. And I bet you with my 10 fingers and my 10 toes, it is just a matter of days, and you will bow to the power and the pleasure of the Biafran people. I rest my mic here. Thank you.
Thank you, my minister. Thank you, my minister. Thank you so much. Biafran people, Prime Minister said after the declaration in 2nd December that you should not come out and say that we have restored Biafra, and that you should not also come out and say we have declared the restoration of Biafra, that why are we still having terrorist barracks in Biafra land? Why are we still having their offices? Why are we still in exile? Why are we not using our currency? Why are we not implementing our constitution? He said, why? Because the liberation of the second phase of Biafra starts after the convention, after the declaration of that convention. That is when we start the second phase of the liberation. So it is now that we're actually starting the war of independence. It is now that we're actually having to go back and expunge all the terrorists in Biafra land. He said it will take us time. That is what he said. And this is what has happened to many other countries. After Finland declared their independence, what they do was that they went back to start expunging the remaining terrorists and their structures in Biafra land. They kept on fighting. The same way with America and Switzerland. It took them years. They fought and fought and fought and continued fighting regularly and simultaneously until they were able to take total and full control of their lands. And let me say something. Biafran people, when they were doing juju to put the heads of everyone in a go and come mode when we were still in autopilot, they did that juju. Even Prime Minister confessed that the juju they did catch him. I am telling all of you today that make una warn Madam You Must Bow. Stop going to the juju shrine in Anambra. Whoever is going on the message for her, stop going to the juju shrine in Anambra, because that is what you have used to destroy the brains of the people that you are forming government with. When the first one was done during autopilot time, the juju catch everybody. But make una remember, say, they did not catch Sonio. Prime Minister was confessing and naming everybody's name and say, this juju way they do, even catch him. Put everybody in disarray. But there is one person he no catch. He did not catch me.
Sorry, you don't catch me too now. I don't remember. Peter no call my name that time. You don't catch me.
Okay. He no catch me, oh.
You
So,
don't catch me.
make una nothing say, this other one, what they do? Say, he go catch us. I dey go church, oh. I dey worship in Jewish way also, and I dey worship in tradition. So I am all weather. I am all weather. What you think you know, another person know. I told my prime minister, after that juju way they do, where you say he catch you, you don't need to allow another one to catch you again. So, on the way they go juju shrine to carry all the lily-livered brain box and jam them all together. Where you call them, they will follow you. Where you turn them, they will turn and follow you. Not everybody now you go to catch you. God created people in different ways. And many people are blessed and prepared for a time like this, that when PM goes in to answer questions, there are others that can stand their ground and then defend the gate. We are defending the gate of our finance, which is the gate of our defense. We have nothing to do with your positions. We are not the position monger. We don't want position. Please and please. Please, make una ask Madam You Must Bow. When you were doing recruitment for all departments in the Biafra Republic government in Ezra, did you see where Akbarawa Soni submitted CV for you? They said Akbarawa Soni should submit CV. I said, I don't have time for position. PM, allow me to just give you support in this media. We will continue to do our work, whether I did there or I know they there. Submit CV. I said, I know they submit CV. I'm not here for power. Oh, I don't want to carry power. I just want to give support to see that Biafra comes. So if you ask her if my CV did there, she will not see my CV, because I did not carry the power for her to rush, go submit CV because I want to be in this department or that. PM saw that even as his government was informed for months, none of the media team rushed to come and put CV to say we want to carry position. And you guys can remember the people that were there on those lists. But we were still there, mobilizing the media, coming to do everything. Wherever PM is going, we carry him there. Wherever fundraising is happening, we take him there. Wherever the government are going, we take them there. We go. This is called selfless sacrifices. So those that are talking about positions, make una go read through the lines. We don't have time for positions. As we speak now, if you come back tomorrow after you realize that the people that are advising you have done you bad, and then you come and say you want this media team to come and continue working on the right path for Biafra, we are ready. We are not taking anything personal. So we are telling some of you, We are not here for personal gain. We are not here to fight for ourselves. No, we are here to make sure the defense, the finance, these two places is no-go area. Let your government continue. Hmm? Continue with your new illegal government, please, madam. You must bow. Continue. And let everybody that is there with you bow for you. We don't have time with that. You see, the defense, the finance, that PM put a gate. That gate, nobody will remove that gate. And today's fundraising is going to be another boom. So Biafran people, come out en masse. Come out en masse. And if you guys provoke us so much, we may likely reveal something very, very heinous in the fundraising on the screen so that Biafran people will see. And when some of you see, maybe you will start stoning some people with stones. We are just warning people. We are warning on now. Make una stop going to Juju Shrine in Anambra. I will not call the name of the Juju Master now. Later, if you guys persist, that name will come out. Now, warning. And all of you that your brains have been put inside pot and they cook it, and you cannot reason well in your new government, go. For you to be delivered, let me give you a solution. All of you that are in that new government, go to the river bank.
Make you no
When you
reach
go,
a Bahato level, Bahato.
okay. Go to the river bank. Wherever you are, whether you're in Europe, America, or Africa, anywhere, go to the river bank. When you get to the river bank, you don't need to stand naked. Just with your clothes where you will go there. Just stand there and allow the wave of the sea to hit you. Then get alligator pepper and then call on the God of creation. Call on the God of the sea. Call on the God of the sun. Call on the God of the air, the God of fire. Call on the God of Biafra. Call on the God that many Biafrans were sank in the sea in America because of freedom. Because of freedom, because of refusing to be slaves to white people. We refused to be slaves to white people in that time, and we cannot now accept to be slaves to a fellow black like us in 2024. Call on the God of creation before that water and tell the God of creation to deliver you if you have soaked your hand in what you don't know. And tell the God of creation to turn justice against those that are calling for accountability on the head of the prime minister when he is fighting for the same people. And he is inside to answer same questions of accountability for the same Biafran people. Tell the God of creation to help you and deliver you out of the path that you have told, so that the wrath of Biafra will not befall you. Because some of you will start falling sick in no distance time. Some of you will start falling sick in no distance time. Because you don't know what God has embedded in the man that they call Simon Ekpa and the man they call Onyendu. You know, if these two men were to have been slaughtered and dead long time ago without the anointing that God has given to them, Martin Namdekanu wouldn't have survived the beating that they beat him for over 8 days. He passed out, and then God that has ordained him for something brought him back to life. So they wanted to throw him into the trash bin, the dead body as body bag. Then they saw that after many days, this man is still breathing. Nigeria said, okay, bring him over. They brought him over, blindfolded, chained to Nigeria. Those that did it are the ones that are answering DOS, Igbo governors and sisters, senators, ministers, Juanes and Dipos, most trusted lawyers. Oh, today we have a most trusted Madam You Must Bow. Oh my God. Make una know allow me.
Honorable
Make una
Information
know.
Minister.
Yes, Minister Ekwensu. Wait. Don't cut the spirit because the God of creation is prophesying. Don't cut, don't cut the spirit. Just wait. Don't cut the spirit. Let the spirit flow. So I'm calling on all of you. Go to the sea, talk to the God of creation, and then later use that water to wash your face. If you don't want to pull your clothes and then take bath, just use the water to wash your face. Your feet is already inside the water. Use the water to wash your face and then go. With this, you will be delivered, and the wrath of Biafra will not fall on you. But if you continue, hey, what will befall you, you will not like it. So, if you know that God has called you to come out and stand on the path of truth, step up the game. This is not about Sonny. I have seen many of you now using my photo and that of Ajare and that of finance minister to now do blogging on YouTube and Facebook and TikTok and Twitter. And this is a message to Biafrans back home. I have received too many calls. They say they are seeing my video everywhere, or my face everywhere, and they say I am the one destroying Biafra. You guys don't need to be perturbed about me. Yes, because this is the same way they did to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. This is the same way they did to our prime minister. And today, anyone that is standing on the way to say you cannot destroy what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu worked for and what prime minister worked for, they will do the same. So we do not expect anything exceptional. Because if you are not fighting the enemies, they will not do propaganda against you. So you guys should relax. Do not be perturbed about us. Do not be perturbed about Ajare. Don't be perturbed about me. Don't be perturbed about the Minister of Finance, Okechukwu Nkere. What you need to do is to stand your ground and continue on the path of truth. Yes, Prime Minister will be out. What we are doing is to defend you back home. We are doing what we are doing to defend you so that the defense that they want to penetrate, the finance they want to penetrate will not shrink. Because if it shrinks, the terrorists will now have ways and manners of coming in to kill many of you. And these people that are making noise on the media, when they come to kill you, they will not even post your videos or your massacre for people to see. They will only post the one that happens in the north and middle belt. Go and check their Twitter handle. Which one have they posted? And when our Liberation Army are fighting these terrorists to cut them to pieces, they cannot post it to be proud of what the Liberation Army are doing. So that means they did not agree with what Prime Minister was doing. That is why they are telling you, I am the one in charge now. It is what I say that goes, and you must bow. So Biafran people, today is our mega fundraising. And we are calling on all of you to come and make our General Butuzo the four-star general, the four-star general of the Biafran army, to continue to do his work and be super proud of you and to continue to defend motherland. They are doing their work very well. These people that are making noise, madam, you must bow. They don't have control obligations to the general on ground. No, they're just making noise. And when we see you, Mr. Solomon Kwocha, that is parading yourself as a defense minister of Madam Jumusbab, Prime Minister had dislodged you from many places. If we see that you are going to form a parallel military group now, if we see that you are going to go and form a parallel military group from those groups of people, you know where I'm talking about, from those groups of people that you use to come and do propaganda, to come and give report and say, they are not getting this, they are not getting this, which made you people to come and say, Minister Success to come and give accountability. These are the same people that PM is associated from Central. If we see you going to form another group with this, your government, and this money that you're going to get from new mandate nonsense, I will bring things that Biafran people need to hear, and you will know. So, if you know what is good for yourself, just be making noise on the media the way people are making. Don't go and try to do anything parallel in the security to set up a counter group. If you do, you know how PM warned you before now. You know how PM warned you before now. So you think that in his absence, you can now assemble the cabinet and you people will be voting and say, remove Minister Success. Let the money now, let the logistics now go through me, Solomon Kwocha, so that you'll be in control. Mad people everywhere. So, make una listen very well. This is the same Solomon Kwacha that is calling himself Minister of Defense of Madam You Must Bow now. When Prime Minister is here, he said he doesn't want his name, his full name, and his photo to be on the media and to always come out full, especially when we are going live or when PM is live. He said, why? Because of his position in America. You see, now that PM is not here, all of them can bring their full face out to come and show their faces and bring their full name out. But when PM was here, Solomon Kwacha said he cannot, or PM should not post his full name out on the media, should not post his real face. You people should go and look when PM was posting ministers of the cabinet. The reason why his real photo was not there and full name was not there because he said because of his work in America, he doesn't want his real face to come out and his full name. He doesn't want to come out fully for people to know him. But today, after Prime Minister has gone in for interrogation, he now wants his full face to come out so that he will be in charge. He now wants his full name to come out so that he will be in charge. Oh my God. Biafran people, if you people understand what we understand and are explaining to you, you will not make any mistakes. The only place you have to put your money is the Biafra Gov website and IPOBinusa.org's website, where Prime Minister sanctioned. And the website manager of the Biafran government under this Prime Minister and under our Supreme Leader was here yesterday to tell you that our Supreme Leader said, do not allow anybody to make changes to this IPOBinusa.org/donate website. And then when Prime Minister came, Prime Minister said, I am standing on that existing protocol of our Supreme Leader. We are not going to make changes or scrap this website, according to what our Supreme Leader said. We are going to also build another one. That is how the Biafran government website came out. And after he also built that one under the supervision of the Prime Minister also gave another instruction. The same way that our Supreme Leader said, Prime Minister gave the website manager another instruction and said, do not allow anyone to merge or to change anything in this website. In my absence, do not allow anyone. He said, even in my presence, if I sit down and I'm not the one telling you, and my hands are tied, and my eyes are closed, and someone seated by you say, I am the one that said, he said, do not allow any changes until I myself do so when I am not under duress. So when you see us protecting these two websites and not allowing them to change anything or to put, we are acting on the principles of the Prime Minister and the Supreme Leader. Because we know what had happened before and we cannot allow it to happen again. We have learned from our mistakes. Yes, the security of Biafra land now is the paramount thing. It is not all these people parading themselves with big certificates for positions. You are parading yourself with all these big certificates with positions, and yet you still remain a slave to Fulani terrorists that are ruling you in one Nigeria. Imagine a president that does not even have school living certificate, primary six, so testimonial, he doesn't have. A Fulani man is the one ruling you, and you are carrying PhD, master's degree, coming to showcase yourself in the media. Namumu know too much. And you still remain slaves for how many years? If not that Prime Minister came. When Prime Minister came, many of you were even saying, oh, he's a Calabar Bobrisky. He has come to destroy Igbo land. And all of you were even saying, he doesn't have the school qualification. He doesn't have the intellect. Doesn't have this, doesn't have that. That is what made my PM mad. And then he went to go and start telling you all his school qualifications and experiences in life. Since people now say, okay, it's about CV. On no account will you see him go and start bringing his CV to come and show you. Because he's not that a pride kind of person. When somebody will be here saying, I am the one in charge, you must bow. And now say, we are not using the Biafra Charter now. Oh, Prime Minister was using Biafra Charter. But you are telling Biafrans you're not using Biafra Charter now. Chai, but you went to Helsinki, you declared and assigned the document and adopted it. Then you still went to Lati on the standing protocol of the Biafra Charter to go and carry out the declaration of the restoration. Now, now you have gone and come back. You now say you're not using Biafra Charter now. Chai, Biafran people, make una open your eyes. So I beg, open your eyes. Everything you need to know and understand is embedded in the Biafra Charter. So those that are using my photos, Ajare photo, Nkere's photo, to make videos on and then make money on social media, we are not moved. Prime Minister was not moved, and we will not be moved, not 1 iota, not 1 inch. So you can go ahead, use the video to do whatever you're doing. I don't bloody care. It is Biafra Gate that we are protecting, and we must stand very strong. This is the time to have the men of steel and of valor doing what is needed to do. Men of steel and of valor, never looking back, ever going forward, not bowing to anything that comes their way. We are not bowing. So as she said, you must bow. No, we are not bowing. We are standing the ground, protecting the gates of the defense and finance. And today's fundraising will be massive. Our mothers, our sisters, our children and baby will all be slaughtered if we allow these shenanigan movements on the media to overwhelm us. So our brains and focus must be in the defense. Everyone should brainstorm. It is not, madam, you must bow money that you are using to donate to the website. It is your own money. And that your own money, you're donating it to go to motherland to defend our mothers and sisters. And to all of you in the homeland de facto, Madam You Must Bow cannot help you because Madam You Must Bow has a very comfortable life in America. So that is why she's come out to tell you, you must bow. When Fulani terrorists come to slaughter you, Madam You Must Bow will not be there. What Madam You Must Bow is actually telling you is that you must bow to the Fulani ethics and standards. That is why she's telling you, if you don't do what she says, you must bow. So stand your ground and don't be intimidated. You don't need to be in Madam You Must Bow group to be a Biafran, okay? All of you can remember when Onyendu was kidnapped and they started all this kind of scrubbing, and changing changes. Many of you just relaxed and left any group and stayed on your own. Did it stop you from being a Biafran? No. And then we came back to reorganize you, put all of you back in groups that needs to be working. So allow Madam You Must Bow to do what she wants with her group, but don't be there. Exit those groups because the zoo terrorists will be at work. Exit those groups because you had her online speaking very well that she is in communication with Nigerian politicians and she communicates every now and then, and she is a friend to the person. So they were discussing if Biafra should be part of their own state, and they said, "Oh, this one, okay, I can give you the number of the state administrator of Urobo Isoko. Can go and communicate with him or her to see how you guys can relate on that." But Prime Minister, when he was asked this kind of question, he told Dr. Damages, you cannot get that information that you're looking for. You cannot know the phone number of the state administrators. You cannot know the way and manners that we communicate to them. And it is not in your stand to decide which state and which place belongs to the Biafra 40 state map. It is the will of the people. And he himself did not draft the map. It was the Biafran people that went into work, mobilized themselves, spoke to their stakeholders, and then came back with consultation results that made up of their maps. So you, Brother Obaseki, the brother of Edo State Governor, that is working for one Nigeria Fulani terrorist government, it is not your one vote and opinion that will change the Urobo Isoko people to be Biafra. So your discussion with Madam You Must Bow can continue on daily basis, but don't go near. I did make an announcement. Every state administrator should change their phone numbers. Yes, change your phone numbers and communicate. Stop communication with Madam You Must Bow for your safety, because Madam You Must Bow said is going to give your phone number to Pedro Obaseki, brother to the governor of Edo State. So listen very well. Your security is more paramount to me because you are in the homeland. Because you are in the homeland. All of you in diaspora, Madam You Must Bow cannot do you anything. Hmm? She cannot do you anything. But you in homeland, because she has a charity organization money, she can use it to bribe some people to trail you. So please change your phone numbers, because I cannot stand to hear my prime minister come on air, start calling the full names of the state administrators. And when you were asked, why will you call his full name on air when you know the intricate position that he holds? He said, I called the name because he refused to come and give me accountability. So I'm calling the name on air so that he will hear it. And those who cares to know will know. Hey, a leader. A leader in war is exposing the identity of her subject. Where are we going? I thank God that I have men of steel and valor like all of you here that can understand the handwriting on the wall and you're standing your ground. So please, keep the tempo high and do not fall to the trap. Everyone, keep the tempo high. Keep your contributions in your hand, and very soon the finance minister will give you the approved way and manner of remitting that money. Just keep it hold. Don't donate anything to New Dimension Mandate for now, please. For your safety in the homeland, for your safety. Don't use any account that they are giving you. For your safety in the homeland, don't use any account that they are giving you. Wait for Finance Minister Okechukwu Nkere to communicate to you. And if you have been removed from the group that you were because you don't want to bow to Ngozi, that shouldn't be a problem. Relax yourself. Finance Minister will communicate to all of you. So those that will be working for Madam You Must Bow will be there for her. While you, when you want to remit your liberation tax, the Finance Minister will give you a viable way and secured way to do it. Calm yourself down. And I want to say a very big thank you to our men on ground, starting from our 4-star commander, General Butuzo, for coordinating the men on ground and keeping them intact, and for also bringing down some of the grasshoppers that what Nigeria call helicopters that they bought from France and other places to come and massacre the Biafran people. War has been ongoing since on the 26th of November when we were on our way to Lati. And the Biafra Defense Forces have been fighting this war. For those of them telling you that we have not been sending things to the men on ground, that they are looking for accountability now. If things were not going to men on ground while convention was ongoing, how could our general be able to mobilize and take care of his men for motherland to be defended? So these are the propagandas and lies that they will bring to you. On no account should you be asking for accountability in the middle of war. Not just in the middle of war, while the prime minister is inside Finland police to also give the same accountability. And you're asking him for another accountability here. No, it is wicked. It is treason. And it is not acceptable. It is not acceptable for now. So please stay strong and remain resolute. And I want to also give a very big thanks to who, let me call him the Chief of Defense Staff. Let me call him like that. Minister Success. I'm calling you the Chief of Defense Staff so that those that want to die will go and die. Because if you were not there, and if you had allowed, like those ones that, like Indaboski came on space that day and said, I told Success to bow. I told Success to give opportunity for something to go on. He should back down. He should back down. Hey! Should back down so that our men on ground will be infiltrated, so that our homeland will be taken over. So our Chief of defense staff, for those that want to have stomach ache, our Chief of Defense Staff, Minister Success, thank you so much for standing to the oath that you swore to the Prime Minister, that in his absence, you will not give the defense into the hands of the people that he did not in any way approve. I want to ask some of you, if Prime Minister did not give the defense and the finance to Madam You Must Bow, when Prime Minister was not in chains, or when he was not under duress, or when he was not in detention, why would Prime Minister now come and give the finance and the defense into the hands of Madam You Must Bow when he is now in chains, or when he is now inside answering questions? Make una use una tongue to count una teeth. Someone is working freely, and he did not give you privilege to some things. Is it when he is now not working freely that he will now come and give you, knowing the intricacy of that very place? And another question, I will leave this one for entire Biafran people to go and think. Prime Minister said, on my recommendations, the convention should be postponed. And then we said, if a man is under duress, or a gun is pointed on his head, or is in chains, and he's telling us postpone convention, we don't have to act on what he says. We have to use our brain to decide. And then we decide with our brain that convention must hold in his presence and in his absence, so that it will show that it is not because of him, so that those that are saying is the brain behind everything, and they will use it against him, so that it will be on record that they cannot use it against him, use it against the Biafran people. Okay, if we had to act on that order, on the contrary, using our brain, why do we now not have to act on the contrary with the message that say, Madam, you must bow, you are my surrogate? Make una use una tongue to count on it. If we had to use our brain to decide on the other message, that we must act on this with our brains, why don't we use our brain to also act on the other message, that you must be our surrogate? People should use our brain, because the same two messages are coming from someone that is pointed of a gun on his head. So why do we take one message and then we don't take the other one, and then we decide to resolve the other one on our own? What is different? People should ask themselves questions. So Biafran people, the power is in your charter. The power is not in the shenanigan movement that you're saying. So we did well, and our convention was declared, even as it was not allowed to be on the jingle and on the wishes day of the Prime Minister. The wishes day of the Prime Minister was 2nd December. Even as it was shifted from that day to 29, the declaration was done. The declaration was done. So we thank God that the declaration was done. So if you did not take the message this way, postpone the convention, then we use our brain to see that PM is under duress. We cannot act like this. What he expects us to do at this point is for us to use our brain and decide on what to do. Why must we not also use our brain to determine or to assimilate the message that says, you are my surrogate to carry out this item on the program of the convention? Make a reason where I'm trying to open your brain small, so that the foolishness that some people have tried to put in your brain cells will be going out small. We are Biafrans. Biafran people will make it again in today's fundraising. It's not about the crowd, though. It's not about the crowd that will be flooding the comment section, riding from morning to night, or writing from morning to night, attacking all of us. No. It's about those that understands what the freedom is all about, those that have been making contributions and have been coming to pay and sacrifice their energy and their time and everything. It's not about the 5,000 era that they have unleashed on us that are everywhere. So don't be carried away by that. So we are here to make sure the gate of Biafra is not dismantled. We continue to move till we get to the button that we need to strike. There is another button that we will strike very soon. So Biafran people, our defense is paramount, our finance is paramount. As we move, we go. Now, you see in Helsinki Declaration of 2023, Prime Minister made every Biafran and every delegate that attended the Helsinki Convention to vote. A ballot paper was passed through the entire hall. We all voted yes, and few voted no to the Helsinki Declaration and the Charter. And the Charter became a law. So, upon voting, it became the power of the people implementing it, not the power of the Prime Minister implementing it. The Prime Minister is just a figurehead that has carried the burden on his head. But he needs the mandate of the people to carry out these things. And then every Biafran voted. And after we voted, he pronounced it and said, you all have voted for this Biafra Charter in Helsinki 2023. And from this day, it has become a law. What happens in 2024? In 2024, Madam COS did not allow the 517 delegates that were available to vote to adopt the Constitution before it was unveiled or announced as the power of the people. So the Constitution has not been voted upon. It has not been adopted by the people of Biafra. It was only Madam You Must Bow that carried the Constitution and say, this is the Constitution of Biafra. I hereby present to you. Go and buy it. It's $100. Is that what Prime Minister did in the Convention of 2023? And is that how a constitution is adopted by the parliament? Is that how it is adopted and ratified by the people? The Prime Minister was setting a precept so that all of you will understand what you have to do in his absence. That is why he showed you that precept of how it should be done. And if you check the Biafra Charter, it is there that for any amendment to be made, for any adoption of any act to be made, and for any changes to be made, the Biafran people, through their representative, that they will have to vote and adopt it. The binding document of the Biafran people as a constitution in a convention that the entire world were watching was not voted upon before it was pronounced, this is the Biafra constitution. No, we just carried it like a normal paper. Like Adada Rama said that the Biafra Charter that Prime Minister presented to the Speaker of the House of Congress, the third man in America, Adada Rama said that the Prime Minister presented a newspaper. There are some things you will say with your mouth, and you think that you are saying to the messenger that he sent the message. You are saying it to him. He's the one that sent the finance minister there. So if you're saying that it is newspaper that was presented, so that means Prime Minister sent Minister Unkere to present newspaper. So you people just carry it. And another thing, the way when we were reading the declaration document, two women now brought candle. In the nation of Biafra, the declaration document of Biafra to pronounce the declaration of Biafra, two women brought candle. One stood on the other side, the other one stood on the other side, and they made caricature of the Biafran people. Candle. 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 When Prime Minister launched this charter in Helsinki, did you see him bring two women to come and stand beside him to light candle? Chai, my God. God have mercy on us. So it became a candle night. It became a candle launch. Biafra Constitution, Biafra Declaration became a candle launch, a candle lighting. All right. We have a lot in that box. So that box will be bringing some things out small. And the caretakers of those boxes, please take care of them very well. We are not in a rush. That is why we're asking them, why are you in a rush to scrap the government, set up a new one, change this, change that, change this, change that? Are you aware that Prime Minister is not coming out that you're changing everything? Why are you rushing? You are still calling him Prime Minister. Yet you're saying you must bow to me. What I say stands. If you don't obey what I say, you are out. I'm the one in charge. No, these are not the kind of words we should be using now. Please and please, Biafran people, our fundraising is today. Know the reason why the defense and the finance was not given access to Madam You Must Bow from the Prime Minister when he was here. Not when he is in chains will he now do that. Okay? So Prime Minister is healthy and hearty. And another thing that I want to address before I leave the mic, we have seen a message from the one Nigerian publication, propaganda and blackmail houses. They say, oh, Prime Minister, his account has been frozen. He's now sent into the most strongest prison in Finland. Biafrans should hear this and know well. If you are undergoing investigation, it is a very simple fact that your account will be put on hold. Yes, because you will not travel out or in. At this time, you are in the custody of the investigation team because you have been accused of um, sponsoring Biafra, terrorism, or using money to do this and that, and inciting us to act for Biafra. So they are under investigation. And so they want to see if there is a place that you are transferring the money, like they said. If there is a place that you are sending money out, like they said. That is why you heard Madam You Must Bow came to the media and say that we have been doing fundraising to our Prime Minister. This was a point of indictment so that those that are listening can pick the messages. But they don't have the evidence. So they can go ahead and be talking rubbish on the media. You cannot use it against our Prime Minister because there's no evidence. I thank God so well that Prime Minister, in his entire work in this Biafra Revelation, do not control or be the one that is sending money out or in. No. All he only do is to monitor, give approval, assign duties to people. So those of you that are saying we do fundraising for him, no transaction from him is going out. If any transaction from him is going out, it's his own personal money from his work that he's doing, not Biafra money. Biafra money is going to where it should be. So, if you are under investigation, and this is happening everywhere, it happens in America, UK, Europe, even in your contraption of one Nigeria. All your politicians that will be under investigation of EFCC or police, the account will be put on hold because they are under investigation. And Prime Minister is not just an ordinary person. This is a top politician in Finland. So, the opposition party also are also playing their games. Yes. And when I hear some people say, Nigerian government, please, Nigerian government don't even know the reason why and the point-by-point charges that Finland police are interrogating Prime Minister. Did you hear that? Go and listen to the video that Oju Sokalu granted. They asked Oju Sokalu said, first of all, when they mentioned the name Simon Ekpa, his eardrum got blocked because he did not want to talk about Simon Ekpa. The newscaster still called him again over 3 times. And he said, oh, is it, who did they say they arrest? Simon Ekpa, okay. And let those that arrest him tell the reason now. We don't know now. We are not the one now. So we don't know anything. They know their investigation. They know what they are doing. So we don't know. There was another interview granted again on Channel Television and Arise TV, where the 2 security analysts said, we are short of information at this time. We don't have any information about whatever they are investigating him of and for what, because we don't have any information. And another person said, it is not Nigerian government that are behind. They don't know. They don't have any clue of whatever. So when some people will come out and tell you, Nigerian government don't know anything. That is why they cannot even get hold of PM. They cannot even think of extradite PM to Nigeria, because Finland cannot allow their own son and give it to you as a terrorist country to go and slaughter. No, that is their own son. So the zoo government have no clue of anything. The PM is answering to petitions that were submitted against him since 2023, which is the continuation of investigations. So at this time, they even did the thing at a good timing, because many people that came to the convention did not come with clear heart and conscience. If PM was there, they would have harmed PM. So God made it that they now take PM for this investigation on the eve of that convention, so that the enemies that gathered and came in sheep clothing would not come and do him harm. It's not only to stay far away, like they stayed far away to shoot Donald Trump in the campaign ground, that suicide bombers can happen. It's not only with using physical weapons. There are poisonous substances that people can use as powder, that when you rub it in your hand, you now shake somebody, or you rub it on the chair, or you even rub it around a particular place that somebody will walk past. Then when that thing now starts to react, it will now affect all the people there, and you will see people start suffocating. So there are many ways that things would have happened in the hands of the enemies that had planned to do what they wanted to do. How many times have they planned and tried to come and kill him in Finland? And you will come and hear him come to say, over 5 times. So when they heard of the convention, and even when we closed the portal of over 1,000 persons, then he said, from now on, the portal is closed. If you want to come, the ticket now on VIP is now 1,000 going upward. And they were obliging to pay 1,000 upward. You did not ask yourself the question, why did they wait till after the portal closed for a 300 ticket, and then they would prefer to pay the 1,000 ticket just to enter the event center? Now, no ask question. So, and when Prime Minister said, remember that before that time of the event, many people were calling, oh, I have been with DOS, have been away, I've not been active in this thing. I was just watching to this time. I was just watching. Can I see come to the convention? PM said, oh, if you have made a U-turn, you can come, no problem. PM said, you can come, no problem. So not all that were coming were actually coming with clear eye. Many were coming with evil. So I'm telling Biafran people now that Prime Minister is not in prison of any kind. He has not been convicted of any crime. And also, the issue of his account is frozen. That is not something that you people should be afraid or be shaken of. No. When someone is undergoing investigation, the investigation council or team or police, they will put your account on hold until investigation is done. But you see these enemies of Biafra, because of the love Biafran people, the sympathy and empathy and enthusiasm that the Biafran people have for the Prime Minister and this Biafra, they will go and write all manners of nonsense so that they will want to cause chaos and derail the focus and the determination and concentration of the Biafran people from what they are doing. You cannot succeed because we have people here that are ready to speak up against it and to put the narratives straight. So nothing is wrong with our Prime Minister. Nothing. Nothing. Then, another thing that we see that is now flying in the media is Onyendo will be released soon. Onyendo will be released soon. Why will Onyendo be released soon be the headline now when Prime Minister is in for interrogation? So we are warning some of you, if you know the game that you are playing, continue to play it well. And stop dancing the nonsense dance because Biafran people are not fools. So Biafran people, do not be distracted of anything because they want you to see that, oh, Simon Ekpa was the one not allowing Onyendu to come out. So now that Simon Ekpa is inside, Onyendu will come out to show you that Simon Ekpa is the enemy that does not allow Onyendu to come out all this while. Are you getting the point? Mm-hmm. So that the enemies of Biafra will now gain their ground. And that's why they want to remove his name from everywhere. So Biafran people, stand your ground, Jekegba. For one Nigeria to release Onyendu, according to the ordinances of my Prime Minister, Onyendu has to be seen in Finland. We'll go and meet our Prime Minister before we know and see that this is our Onyendu. You don't release him and leave him to the Nigerian politicians. After 3 days, you go to kill him in his house, like you did in Afaruku in 2017. It is not done. So the games of the criminal politicians in the homeland is dead on arrival. I salute all of you, Biafrans. The mic is back to the co-host, and you guys can grant mics to everyone to speak. Please remember our fundraising starts by 7 p.m. Biafra time, and do not miss it because it's going to be boom, 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 boom. The enemies of Biafra will be crying in a very loud voice. They will from here.
Hello, Pastor Mama, can you permit me to ask only a question?
No, it's not your turn. Keep your mic.
Thank you.
Mute your mic.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, our Minister of Information, for that well-detailed, analyzed information and well-detailed, exposition on the terrorist Nigerian government, and as well as, Madam, you must bow. It is quite unfortunate, but what I want Biafrans to take home today is that, or those who the latecomers rather, first of all, want you to understand that the reason why you see all these men, distinguished men and women, standing their ground is not because of position, but rather to protect what the Prime Minister entrusted in their hands. And we must do that at all costs. You must support the government. You must support the defense of Biafra land. Very, very important. And today, you have to demonstrate that you love Prime Minister and you love our freedom. Thank you so much, the Minister. Deputy Minister, I don't know if you have something to say before we can give to Nonso or 1 million.
I think it's
Pastor
far from
Van
the
Van
mic. I
Van.
think it's far from the mic. It's Ekwensu first before others follow.
Okay, thank you so much. Ekwensu, you can unmute your mic and speak.
Mazi David, I don't understand though. Are you fighting me? Kilo day. What can I do? Anyway, greetings, Biafrans. Greeting, my Honorable Information Minister. I greet the Deputy Information Minister. Greetings to David. Greetings to Biafrans, those who are standing on the path of truth. I greet each and every one of you. I just want to say that it gladdens my heart to see that there are still people who understand what it is to stand on the path of truth. And I just want you all to know that the land of Biafra will never forget each and every one of you, because you see the truth and you held strongly to the truth. One thing I want the enemy to understand is whatever you think you will plan or you try to do to stop Biafra, it will never succeed. I don't know why you people can't learn from your mistakes. You tried in the past, you didn't succeed, and you think now is when you're going to succeed. And to those people who are saying that you are loyal to the government, you're loyal to the government, that are supporting Madam You Must Bow, that are supporting Madam with the power vested in me, that are supporting Madam with the power vested in me, this cabinet is hereby dissolved. I pity each and every one of you. There's no room for excuse. You know why? Because you have the document, the live document there that set up that government, the government of Biafra, that is supposed to guide you, but instead you chose to be foolish. And it really is so disheartening that I see people who we've been on space speaking with accent, big English, speaking with this, speaking with that. You think that these people have sense, but it's not so obvious that common sense is not common. So the Charter of Biafra was designed in a way that even the people's power outweighs the power of the prime minister. The prime minister is just a figurehead that has the mandate of the people. And in that same charter, it stipulated clearly that in the absence of the power and in the absence of the prime minister, there's a way power, you understand, falls back on the people, and the people will have the right to choose whoever they want to govern them. But today, those who are claiming that they formed their shenanigan government, did they go by the charter? No. This is just a staff to the prime minister's office that came, dissolved a whole constituted government that has the mandate of the people, and she formed a so-called shenanigan government, claiming that the power, the order came from the prime minister. It is clear in the charter there, because the prime minister cannot be away and say, oh, I hand over this to you to take over. There is a constitution law that guides how that will set up. The chief of staff is a lower hierarchy than every ministers in the cabinet, because she was
The
never
lowest.
yeah, because she was never elected. She's just an appointee. She's like errand boy. You know what you say, errand boy? Errand boy for the prime minister. In a country, let's say in a country that is like residing in their homeland, the chief of staff is somebody that before the PM comes into his office, she will make sure that all the documents is set on his table. She will make sure that his coffee is done. She will make sure that everything is done. She will make sure that all the departments in the office of the prime minister, she will make sure that all the staffs there are on top of their A game. That is what chief of staff duty is. So I don't know where this so-called chief of staff get the power to be dissolving cabinets and be reinstituting a shenanigan government. And to those of you who are following her, you will never be forgiven. You think you can use different kind of name on social media, coming out and spilling rubbish. Well, trust me, so long as the land of Biafra is, the moment you step your foot on that land, it will start to judge you. Because this is absolute nonsense. Our charter is under trial before the international community. The world is watching to see how we have been claiming that we are going to be the beginning of civilization in Africa, how we are going to defend our laws, defend our judiciary, defend our government. But you have law that stays there that the people voted for, and with the mandate rested upon the prime minister's shoulder, adopted that charter. Even the so-called COS was part of those people that voted. Today, they tell you the charter don't exist. Today, they tell you the charter is a shadow. Today, they say the charter stops working after the declaration. So I just want to say to you all that is on this part of truth, continue to stand on the truth. At some point, the lies she's concocting, she will run out of idea. then we'll know what other lies to tell. But you that stay on the path of the truth remains the same. Come rain, come shine. And that's why we are going to defeat them. It doesn't matter how hard they try, we're going to defeat them. And to the madam, you must bow. This is a clear warning to you. Desist from mentioning the names of people in homeland on social media. You are openly putting our people at danger. It doesn't matter whether you agree with anybody or not. You have no right to put our people in danger. And you continue to do so. And these same people that are supporting her are seeing all these things and are not saying anything. I don't know if they fried your brains, or I don't know the kind of jazz she's using that is working on all of you. And to add to what my information minister say, if you want to be delivered, as you are going to that water bank, make sure you go with some item, sweet item, so that at least the water goddess will at least consider listening to your prayers. Because people are just so foolish. But I promise you one thing, you people will get the repercussion. And also to those people who know the truth, and you keep quiet, claiming that you want to remain on the path of truth. There's one of them on the convention, he was speaking big grammar, speaking with accent. I told him, bro, come out and speak truth to power. You are here advertising the constitution up and down. Have you read your constitution? Have you read your constitution? Even when all this whole thing started, people gave you the reference in the charter where you go and read so that you correct yourself. Still, today, I see that you are on the other side, retweeting. It's just so disheartening that there are some men who claim that they were ministers, some men who claim they were supporting Biafra, but these are men with no brain. These are men with chicken hearts. These are men that cannot stand on the path of truth. And so therefore, you have no right to be even called a minister in the first place. Because as a minister, you are a leader to the people. And in times of critical situations like this, a leader is supposed to stand out and give his critical thinking to show the people the pathway to follow. But each and every one of you have all disgraced yourself. You didn't disgrace Biafra because you disgraced yourself. So at the end of the day, more shaft will be separated from the wheat, and we will pick it up from where it stopped and we will go. By the time our PM comes back, he will come back to a very clean and sane house, not a house that was full of hypocrisy, people that don't know how to think, people that don't know how to make good decisions. So Biafrans, please, the hour has come again, whereby we all gather to fund our men on ground. Remember, our leader Onyendu say consistency is the key. We have to be consistently personified. The account, the website we have been donating to, the government website we have been donating to, has been consistent for the past over 2.5 years since our PM assumed office as the Prime Minister of the people. So it has to remain consistent, and that's where you have to go and put your money. Put your money there, because you cannot use a charitable organization account to fund the liberation struggle. It goes against international law. It is considered fraud. It is considered sponsoring terrorism when you use a charitable organization to fund liberation movement, because you brought the account to the people claiming that it is for charity. You defrauded them, you took their money, and you went and used it to be fighting war. It is considered a grave crime. So please don't put your money there. Put your money at ipobinusa.org/donate, or you go to the biafrangov.org and you will see all the different avenues you can donate to fund our men on ground. So please, our constitution remain valid. The cabinet that was instituted by our PM remain valid, because that is the constitution, that is the charter that gave birth to that cabinet. Not this shenanigan, this madam you must bow is parading all over the place. And don't worry, because the spirit of Biafra is going to visit her soon. It already started visiting her right from the convention, when after the kola nut was sprayed upon and broke, she, as a woman, knows she's not supposed to dip her hand in that bucket first to take the kola nut. She went there and did it. So don't worry, Biafrans, we are going to continue standing on the truth while the gods of the land and the spirit of Biafra start to deal with her soon. And those people following her, if you don't desist and repent, I pity for you all. There's no room for betrayal in this struggle because Biafra must come, whether they like it or not. So thank you for this opportunity. I use my mic.
There is no room for betrayal at this particular time because Biafra that is restored must be sustained. That is a very wonderful submission. Thank you so much, Ekwensu, for that wonderful submission of yours. Nonso, 1 million. You have the mic now.
Yes, 1 million Samonepa in one. 1 million Samonepa in me. Thank you very much, my hosts, my Honorable Minister of Information, Mazi Sonia Barawa, and his deputy, our Honorable Mazi Raphael Chiamaka Ajere. Thank you very much, our co-host Mazi David, Dr. David Nana. You are also an honorable. I see you, my brother, Honorable Mazi University in Kendi Biafra. Greetings, Ekwensu, Ekenekwemge, Asenge Dalon, Dalorinne, Stanley, Mobilities, Obundi Zoo, Akwefugon, Oge Rugo. So right now, quickly, I want to say from all the analysis so far, I have now concluded and to say that the only crime that I, Mazi Nkere, our finance minister, Mazi Soni Akbarawa, Mazi Raphael Chiamaka Ajere, and most of us that have decided to stand in the path of truth, it's not specifically based on positions, wasn't specifically based on positions as they claimed, but because our only crime was to defend and to stand by the standing order that has been given by the Biafran people whom you claim you want to govern. Because we have decided to maintain and to protect, to defend our line of defense. And now we suddenly turn to a bad people. So because your leadership now is a leadership of you must bow. So those who didn't bow are now suddenly the enemies. But today, I thank God that Chukwu Okike Abiama is indeed the one that called us for this struggle. And that is why we keep standing and we will keep shining. Because it is also said that it is only the truth that we stand with test of time. So if my crime is for me to continue to stand in the path of truth, and with evidence, proven evidences that we have seen, because I cannot ask myself this question one more time again. Even I can't even just think about it, where we know that this leadership under our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was a foundation that was built very solidly on a foundation of truth. And I vividly recorded that there was an interview that came across my leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, where he was questioned that if anything happens eventually, are we going to go to war? His answers was very simple. He said no. And they asked him why. He said why? Because that we are going to use only the truth. He said only the truth that we are going to use to destroy the zoo. So you see, and what we are doing is so spiritual. So it doesn't really matter. He also went ahead and told us that it doesn't really matter that even if it is only one man standing, that Biafra must be restored. But today, we have over more than 100 men that are standing. That is the reason why I am giving Chukwu Okike Abiama the glory. They have tried so much. They have tried in several ways. All they do, whenever it's almost yet, they look for one way or the other, colluding with whosoever, one way or the other, to bring a sign of distraction. Whenever, that is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, whenever I try to make a step forward, they draw me 10,000 steps or 10 steps backwards. So, but right now they have seen it so very clearly that there is no way, there is no possible. That is why you see they are still trying to see one way or the other to get us distracted. But you know, we have already moved on. That is the glory. And you know, they have now understand that there is no longer any possibility, no any other way, you know, to take us any further step backward, because we have remained resolute and consistently standing on our ground. I thank you, my information minister. I thank you, Mazi Sonia Barawa. I thank you, the Minister of Finance, Mazi Nkere. I thank you very much for bringing up this truth, for making it possible for us to understand what is going on time. Because assuming maybe you have had conceived this for a short period of time, definitely the board would have turned around, because we Biafrans would have asked some questions. But you know, to God be the glory, though they might have accused you of one or two ways that maybe the way you presented it is not so, or no, that is not the reason. But now we Biafran have seen in the open, have seen the truth, and we have seen the reason why. Because a toad does not run in vain in the afternoon. It is either something is pushing the toad or the toad is pushing something. So now I understand. Now I now see. So and now we are going to continue to stand. And the only way and the only defense, the only power, the last hope of we the Biafran people, since they are trying to distract us with our leaders, now the only hope we have is this defense. And we will continue to fund this defense according to the website that we have, that our Prime Minister has laid in grant. Nobody is going to present any palliative account that is going to indict or incite our Prime Minister according to whatever questions that he is answering for now. So for that sole reason, we are going to maintain these structures, because Biafrans are not fool. It doesn't really matter how you sack, how much people you are going to sack, or how much people you are going to bring in, or it doesn't really matter. But we promise that this movement, it is meant for only the saints, and the saints are in charge. It doesn't really matter your position. It doesn't really matter wherever you are. One thing we must know. Nobody is being paid. We are all volunteers, and we are doing this for the love of our nation, not even for ourselves, but for our children and for the love of our land. Thank you very much. I will yield my mic here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, our own Nonso, for that wonderful submission. No one can be able to intimidate Biafrans into paying money to any charitable organization account. It is not going to happen. We are standing on the existing protocol and on all the existing platforms that designated for the government to pay money into our defense platforms. We are not going to use any new dimension account. If you use that account, you are indicting the government. You are indicting the Prime Minister, because that account is for charitable purposes, for aid to the sufferings, for aid to people who need assistance, and not to finance any kind of military operation. Very, very important. So Biafrans will never succumb to intimidations. Biafrans will never succumb to threats. Biafrans, during the time our Prime Minister was here before, Biafrans has always been pleaded on the need for them to donate for their freedom. Nobody was being intimidated. Nobody is being threatened to do what he or she knows that he or she is supposed to do. But in this shenanigan government of Madam, you must obey. We have seen situations whereby if you don't agree to her terms, even to speak to ask her questions, she will shun you up, she will mute your mic, she will ask you not to speak because to her, she is Madam Onyagwalam. You don't have to tell me. Your opinion does not matter. But we are going to show her that the power belongs to the Biafran people. The power invested upon the Biafran people in that Biafran charter is what we, the Biafran people, are going to use in order to bring any government accountable to the Biafran people. It is quite unfortunate that you have a number of people who don't actually reason well, who are following her in this charade, in this queue that she planted, executed against the Biafran people. One thing is certain, it is never going to succeed because we have come a long way. Our restoration, our freedom must be protected at all costs. Whoever stands on our way, whoever wants to take us back to Egypt, we are going to crush you. We are going to destroy you on our way to our destination. It doesn't matter who you are, whether man or woman. We are determined at this time to make sure that our freedom is sustained by whatever means we deem fit. Very, very important. Thank you so much, my brother Sonny Nonso. 1 million Simon Ekbas for that wonderful submission. And I come to you, please oblige me to give this mic to one of the honorable ministers, Minister Bright, University of Ndi Biafra Buruburu, to make your submission before we can move the mic to Stanley Onlewem. University, you can unmute your mic and speak to Biafrans. Thank you so much, sir, for being here.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. David Nana. And thank you, my minister, Minister Kwarawa Sonny, for opening this space and admonishing Biafrans. I was enjoying your submission as you continue to make the analysis to Biafran people. You open the eyes and open all the branches for Biafran people to, assimilate. What is happening is absurd. That a person is posing himself as the Almighty God and telling people to bow. That word, I have never seen anybody in government since I was born use that word that people must bow. Not even Israel that is fighting terrorists. Not even, I mean, it's funny. It's in Israel have never said that Hamas will bow. We will not bow. We will not bow, Biafran people. And we will never bow to our enemies. And those who have plotted to destroy what our Prime Minister have planted for so many years. This government was so very sophisticated. It took time to organize this government. I tell you, it took the whole energy of Biafran people to institute this government. And when we arrived where we are today, we were very happy. When we were going to Finland, we were very, very happy because Chukwu Kikabiama have done it. All of a sudden, in the middle of that happiness, you must bow dissolved everybody, tried to destroy the happiness of Biafran people. In Finland, this woman created war inside the government, and everyone has been trying to ensure that it doesn't go beyond that. For where she wasn't ready to listen to anybody. And that time when I saw the way she was coming, I said, it is possible that this woman is not ready to listen to anybody. And it was possible that everything she's doing is an attempt at deception and disruption. She disrupted the convention that supposed to bring happiness and joy for Biafran people. And begin to seek access to where she doesn't have power. A chief of staff. And I thank God that it is not everybody that can be fooled. And those who are not fooled will continue to do the main thing, which is to fund our government. This was the preaching that we were even preaching before this convention came. Every Biafran people that were coming to programs were always encouraging each other. We know it is hard, but we continue to do it to fund our government, to fund our defense. After this redeclaration, we were supposed to put our house in order when the enemy arrived. Even the strike of the enemy was not supposed to weigh us down. But Dr. Ngozi Oraweze decided to weigh Biafrans down, to weigh herself down, not Biafran people. And people are following her. People who were on this space, who have said many things here, they followed her. So if she was going to destroy Biafra, what we are doing, they will assist her to destroy everything. This action has damaged almost the enormous nature of what we are doing, because Dr. Ngozi Oraweze was not going to listen to anybody, and she was, for the fact that you derailed, you're supposed to say, okay, I made a mistake. I never understood clearly. Or we have a law in this government. Have you ever seen an organization or institution that runs without a regulation, without a law? It does not exist. Every governmental institution, bank, any institution at all, they always have a charter that direct and guides whatever they are doing. Dr. Ngozi Oraweze was not aware that there was a charter. And now when we embarrass them and open their nyash, they begin to say that the charter is a shadow. They're trying to prove to the world. And these people know that we went to the US and gave these people our charter. They have it. Now you want to prove to them that we are some sort of barbarians who do not respect laws. Even we cannot even respect our own laws. We cannot even obey our own law. This is a disgrace. You want to prove the world that we are lawless people? And this group of creatures claim that they have a attorney general. I mean, I don't know if it's attorney general or the attorney something, attorney Wunze. The attorney could not even advise her COS or her you must bow that please look at what this charter said here and here. I think we are making a mistake. These people are right. Let us do the right thing. This charter says so and so. We have really crossed the line, and come back and make amendment. But no, they continue to say that everybody must bow, that you must bow to them. They are in charge. These people employ all modalities at their reach to ensure that they scuttle our activities. They scuttle what Simon have worked for so long. You know, now they are penetrating. I was in a meeting yesterday. I saw people, somebody just come into the meeting. After God, I thank God for my state. Everybody is in one place. Somebody just came. This person have never come to meeting before, and begin to disrupt the meeting. Begin to say that some people wants to take over power. They are power hungers. That all those things they are producing is a propaganda. That he does not respect the charter. And we quickly told him, if you don't respect the law of Biafran government, then you are out of this meeting. This meeting is not for you. Maybe there is another one that you want to attend. You mistakenly jump in here because you never came to this meeting before. This is a state government meeting. And you cannot come. The de facto government, they know their right. It's written in this charter. The de facto government doesn't take orders from you. They take directive and guidance from this charter. Now, for you to just jump in and want to defend something that does not exist, then you are not part of the government. Because if you are part of the government, you must defend the charter. Why is it that in every country they have law enforcement agents? Because they know that the society cannot be governed by your instinct. Everybody have their instinct, except if you want to produce an anarchical society like Nigeria. So this woman action speaks a lot about Nigeria, and our people should disassociate from them and join us as we fund our defense. This is our utmost priority. Without that, there is no point we coming out to discuss anything, because it is useless if after we declared Biafra and we cannot defend it. Or you support the idea of people who are bringing division, establishing discord among Biafran people. One person that surprised me a lot was, Starman. I cannot believe that Starman, with all those English that he has spoken on our programs, is disrespecting the charter of the government. I used to see that guy as a very clever person. I never knew he would be that cheap, to begin to contradict something that binds this government together, something that is leading us to freedom. The country that Starman lives, don't they have a law? Even the house that he lives, don't they have, here we call it a house ordinance, don't they have their house rule in the apartment where he lives? Is he going to be there and do something anyhow with his own instinct because he thought it's just right for him against the house rule. The housemaster is going to tell you that's not how it works. If you cannot abide by that rule, then you pack out. You pack. And that was what this our prime minister said, that anybody who will try to work contrary to this charter, the person is out of government. And he was very, very categorical that nobody in this government will speak to any politicians or be interviewed by anybody, by any Nigerian politician, because those people are corrupt. They don't mean well for Biafran liberation. They don't mean well for our freedom. And if you listen to them, they will saw you and you will dent what we are doing. And these are actions that have been proven from Dr. Ngozi Orabuze. Because Dr. Ngozi Orabuze is her perversity and her roguery, her infractions to what our Prime Minister have done is something that, if supposing that this government is on ground, she will be taken in for insubordination. She will fully arrange a separate government. Few days after our Prime Minister was missing, and that didn't show a red flag to people like Starman and World Greatest. You are posting people's images in the media and writing rubbish. You want to, if that is the kind of society you people want to see, we are not part of it. We will continue to maintain this structure and protect what needs to be protected. This is the reason why the zoo never worked, because they don't obey their own laws and they will never obey the laws. So that means Nigeria will never ever work. Any country that does not respect rule of law and order, the country is a lawless society. It will never ever progress because it won't function properly. These people who are holding our leader, their own court told them to release this man and take him back to wherever you kidnap him from. They disobey their own law. Till today, they are holding a freedom fighter who is fighting for the freedom of his people illegally. Well, I thank God for people like us, people like Sonny Akbarawa, who will continue to support you, so that this media, it is only with this media that we can destroy these people. We have destroyed people who are bigger than Nelly and Ngozi, who is trying to create division among Biafran people. We've destroyed the Zoo media, let alone you must bow. Biafran people will never bow to illegality. We are not, we are civilized people, and we continue to maintain the structure that we have established. Biafran people have given their mandate. Our own job is to continue to support our government with our finances, to support the Biafran Liberation Tax with our resources. It is with this defense that we are able to crush our enemy and ensure that we send them packing from our land. If we don't have enough resources, we are not going to be able to do that. If we don't have enough resources, everything we can just shout from here to Jericho. The fundraising is coming, and we've been doing wonders, and we'll continue to do wonders. because they say that if you peace for one place, I'll go for four. And that is the reason why the enemy always try to come whenever we have united like this and begin to move mountain. They will come and try to disorganize us and try to divide us. It is unfortunate that Biafran people will still fall to their traps. We shouldn't fall to their trap. We should know how they work. It is only division. That is their weapon. They cannot fight us. They can never ever be able to fight Biafra if we are united. And whenever they see that we have labored so hard to bring this unity together, they will come and shoot their bullet. And some people who are not focused will join them. It doesn't matter how much they have pronounced their name. If Sonia Akbara were here, that his name is everywhere and popular, and it start doing something that you don't understand, you have to call him in order. And if you call him, he doesn't want to listen, then something is wrong. I have never really called Sonia and said, see what I see what I see. And he said, no, forget about that one. Or just become violent. Like these people have been very violent. That's supposed to show you a red flag. Biafran people, don't let them use you. I like to yield my mic here. Thank you so very much, everybody, for what you are doing. Our Minister for Information, you are doing a very wonderful work in this battle. It has always been war since this movement started, and we have never relented. Our enemies have always bowed, and they will continue to bow. We will never ever bow for them. They will bow. They will be the one to bow. Our Prime Minister knows that a time like this is coming. That is why he structured this system the way it is and give instruction that nobody shall by any means temper these areas of finance and the defense of Biafra land, because that is where the strength of this struggle lies. If you see anybody moving in that direction, know that it's a red flag, and all of us must join hands together to stop them. Thank you very much, my Minister Van Van Van. I salute you, sir. Dr. David Nana, thank you for the wonderful job that you are doing, and my salute to all Biafrans that are here who are doing marvelously. May Chukwu Okike Abiama bless you and bless your families. I really appreciate you people. This is my family. This is where my family is. And I'm happy that what we are doing is working, because you can see the enemy's attacks, and they continue to bomb our place and destroy our villages. So we must continue to, give this money so that we'll support our generals and our commanders back home to do the needful. Don't let anybody derail you. Dr. David, are you there? Dr. David?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Our own university, Kende Biafra Buruburu Nine. That's a wonderful submission of yours. And without wasting time, I'll go to you, my brother Stanley. Stanley, pick it up from there. Unmute yourself and speak.
Thank you, David Nana, my brother. I greet you. Greetings to all Biafrans, greetings to every minister in the house. Fellow Biafrans, I want to assure you, and I want to call to your attention that the power belongs to you people. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. The power, the absolute power of Biafra government belongs to Biafran people. I would say may God bless our PM Simon Ekpa, wherever he is, for making sure that the rule of law of Biafra people does not in any way give an individual such absolute power. but it was given to the people. Biafra people, I want you people to listen very carefully and listen attentively. There's a section, a page of the charter that I want to read for us to listen to. It's brief, actually brief. I want you to just concentrate just for this little while. I want you to know the power you have in the United States of Biafra. Please, I want you to give me a minute to read this chapter for you. Just listen attentively. That's just what I need from you. It's on page 41, section 2.3, DV, subheading government, then paragraph A. Listen to me, Biafrans. Listen attentively. The people may choose government as a modality and agency. Sorry. I think that's not where I'm supposed to read for you. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. The people may choose government as a modality and agency to carry out the powers of governance. Such government becomes a service whose master is the people, whose terms are determined by the people. A service rendered for the people and to the people, functioning at the pleasure of the people, for as long as the people desires its services. No government shall be or shall act as a master over the people or a master of the people. Above all, no government shall be independent of the people or set itself apart from the people or set itself as a parallel process or entity with regards to the people. No persons or agencies working in government through the people or arrogate to him, her, itself any powers or authorities of rulership of the people or over the people. But such must at all times be servants of and subordinate to the people, where full accountability and responsibility are required at all times. I'm reading this for us to know that it is all about the people. Biafra government, anything that has to do with Biafra Republic is all about the people. And for this reason, Biafrans, nobody should tell you to bow for any reason whatsoever. And nobody should give you or claim or try to tell you that he has the absolute power to decide and for you and push you around or bully you or threaten you or tell you to believe in something that you don't wish to. Nobody has the right to force you to do what you want to do. You have absolute right, because nobody has the right to rule over you as long as the person doesn't have the interest of the people. The Ngozi Orabeze, I think, with his gang of thieves, I call them gang of thieves because they know what is good and act as if they don't know, and they have personal interest, each and every one of them. If the so-called attorney can't even interpret what is written in the charter, and she was actually blabbing, because that speech she made the last time makes no sense. I mean, there's no substance in it. Whatever they are doing intentionally. not by mistakes. They've told so many lies, which we all later found out and discovered that they were all lies. They are a gang of thieves. Biafrans, the government belongs to us as the people. And it is our sole responsibility to make Biafra nation a wonderful place, a beautiful place. And how do we do that? It's by upholding the rule of law. And that rule of law is our charter. Let nobody tell you otherwise. Let nobody tell you otherwise. If someone's telling you to throw your charter in the dustbin, then ask the person, what laws will the Biafra be governed? If Ngozi Orabeze is saying that the Biafran charter is immaterial, ask her, what laws will Biafra government be governed? With what law? With what law would Biafra government be governed if we should throw the charter away? And for those of you who are still confused as to which account to to follow or website, I'm going to ask you a question. Is the new mandate account that she brought, is that a government account? Firstly, are we running a government or organization? If you can be able to answer to ask this question to yourself and give yourself a truthful answer, you would know that you're now in government. Now, the account she's giving you to pay money into, is it a government account or an organization account? So if you agree with me that we are running a government currently, then why would you pay money or make deposit of any kind into an organization account, knowing fully well that we are now running a government? It is very easy, except you purposely want to, do otherwise. And I want to tell you, Biafrans, if you are paying money, if you have intention to pay money, fuck.
Are you there, Stanley? I can't hear you.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead. I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay. If you have intention to support Biafra government in exile, and your sole purpose of being in this struggle is to make sure you support the Biafra government in exile, the one that was set up by PM Simon Ekpa, then you should donate and pay your money into the right website and to the right account, which is www.ipobinusa.com and the Biafra Republic government.org. That is where you should make your donations. Like I said, if you want to support Biafra government, the one that is being structured by PM Simon Ekpa. But if your intentions or your sole purpose or your concern is to satisfy the Madam You Must Bow, whose name is Ngozi Orabeze, if your own intention is just to satisfy her, just to please her, and not to support your government, then you can go ahead, because whoever is paying into New Dimension is just supporting Ngozi Orabeze, not supporting Biafra government. Ngozi Orabeze is not in charge of Biafra government. She is not in any way in charge of Biafra government. The only thing she's in charge is her gang of thieves. The only people she's in charge is her gang of thieves who are just there to, gag you, molest you, intimidate you, bully you, block you, insult you. That's all they do. They don't give you space. They don't respect you. They don't care about your feelings. They believe in dictatorship. We don't want dictatorship in Biafra. We don't want to be like Nigeria. Ngozi Orabeze is not in charge of Biafra government. She's a criminal. That's whatever she's doing, she is managed to form an interim government with the same people that our PM had issues with. The man she said is her defense, what is it called? Chief of defense, is the same man that duped Biafra government the sum of 18 million naira, 18 million gem. Sorry for using that naira. This man that Ngozi Orabeze made the defense chief duped our government when PM was still here the sum of 18 million gem. And that was the reason why our PM instructed this very man, this Solomon of a man, not to have anything to do with men on ground. And guess what is happening? Those people that our PM made sure they don't have any link with what we are doing is the same people that Ngozi Orabeze brought back into the government. Those are her favorite persons. And I want to send this message to Ngozi Orabeze directly. Someone here should cut it and send it to her. You are not in charge of Biafrans. You have no power over Biafrans. You are an appointee, an ordinary appointee. Everything you're doing currently is criminality, and you're wasting your time. You must crumble. You must be brought down. You must be brought down. It doesn't matter how long it takes. That is what I'm out for. I don't know about any other person, but I will make sure that you crumble. You cannot rule over us. Fellow Biafrans, today our fundraising, we know already. Very soon we'll be there. Please, if you are a true Biafran and wants the good for Biafra people and wants the progress of Biafra government, you should be in this fundraising and make sure you give from the bottom of your heart. We are all we have. We should make our PM proud. We should make our defense forces happy because they have sacrificed their life to defend our land, our mothers, our fathers, our brothers and our sisters, and our children.
Thank
We
you.
should also play our role. Thank you. Thank you very much. I heed. Sorry.
Thank you so much, Brother Stanley, for that wonderful submission of yours. The reason why we are standing very strong, according to you, it is about upholding the rule of law. And that rule of law we are upholding is the Biafran Charter. The Biafran Charter that guides the Biafran government, that guides the Biafran people, and we must follow it to the letter. And you made one important, statement or submission when you asked a question. You said, are we running an organization or are we in government? For the discerning mind, of course, we are in government. Then you ask, if we are in government, then what business have we with a charitable organization account that is not a government account, whereas we have a government account? Biafrans, use your tongue to count your teeth, because actually we have a government account and we are in government. We are running in government. So therefore, government activities, government purchases, military actions must be done with the account of the government and not a personal account. Moreover, not a charitable organization account. We can't use it for that purpose. Thank you so much, Stanley. That was a wonderful submission you made there. I don't know, my Minister of Telecommunication, if we still have time before we prepare for the fundraising, sir. Okay. Our minister is like, attending to some other issues. Please, Lewem, let us make it snappy. You have 2 minutes or 3 minutes to make your submission. Go ahead, and Lewem, you are welcome. Rage, I see you. You are welcome, brother. Go ahead, and Lewem.
Yeah, Mazen David, excellent. Good evening.
There,
Please,
what?
I wanted to ask Minister of Information a question regarding comments he made yesterday
Go ahead. What did he say?
concerning the ID card. He said that when the ID card is produced, and we should be collecting it from the admin. And me here, it's like I'm a one-man squad, because the criminal I was behind scene yesterday writing jargon is one who was who was my admin then. Because I told him that I'm going to make my donation direct to the website, and then I sent the receipt to him. Because of that, he removed me from the group, Gambian group. So
You mean Dr.
regarding to
Nana?
that, so yes, that's him. That guy, even when I tried to tell him that I asked Minister of Information regarding the payments, and he said that there's nothing wrong with me paying to the website and submit information the receipt to him. The way he lashed at me and the comment he made, it was like, to me, I concluded that he has issue with the Minister of Information back then in September, not now. Not now. This thing is happening. Back September. The next thing he said that okay, to cut this in short, that he has even already removed me from the group. So since then, I've been doing my fundraising without asking whether he or with the group is existing. Even right now, I was made to know that he has dominated that group and talking about Arabes and all their shenanigans there. Whoever that speaks, he shuts the person down. So that's what I wanted
Yeah.
to find out.
Okay, no problem. In regarding to the ID card of a thing, I believe when it is ready, the information minister will notify every country that is under his jurisdiction, especially African rep will be able to pass that information. So don't be, don't get too much worried about what Dr. Nana is doing in Zambia. Some people who are compromised, that is actually how they act. Before you say anything, they remove you from a group. They want to gag you. They want to stop you, to stop your freedom of speech. They want to stop you from asking questions. They want to even stop your freedom of association. Who does that? That can only happen from people who still have the zoo mentality. Unfortunately, we are Biafrans, and that mentality have gone from us. We are now United States of Biafra, and our mentality is still very much intact with us. And that is why we ask questions. That is why we fight oppression. That is why we fight subjugation. That is why we stand our ground when the need arises. So my brother, don't worry about that. When the ID is ready, our information department will inform Biafrans all over the world, and definitely yours will get to you. Thank you so much. And Reg, before I come to you, Victor, I don't know if you have a question to ask or you are here. I don't know the Victor, but by your voice, I will know who you are. Victor, go ahead, unmute yourself and speak. Victor, are you there? Victor, you are not ready to speak. Okay, Reg and Fury, you have the mic, please.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my dear brother. I hope I'm coming out. Am I coming out? Thank you.
ahead. Go ahead. We can hear you.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm speaking. So thank you. Biafra, a lot has been said already. And honestly, thinking about it, I feel so sorry for some of our elderly women like Madam Ada Onowu. I could see in the eyes of this woman from her voice every time how much she wants Biafra. So I wonder how she could be easily deceived by Ugozi or Abid that she cannot even decipher what is happening. It's quite unfortunate. Mama Ada Onowu, much respect for you, man. I know how much you want this freedom. Not for you, but for your children, for your grandchildren, for your great grandchildren. Looking at you reminds me of my mother. At a very old age, she built a very big house. She built that house not because she wants to live many more years to enjoy the house. She built the house because of her children. So whenever Ada Uno is talking about seeing Biafra freedom to come to reality, it reminds me of my mom. And how come that at this last minute she could easily be deceived? I just pray that God should open their eyes, honestly. So Biafrans and the world at large, friends of Biafrans and freedom lovers of freedom all over the world, we are Biafrans and we have an army that is defending our land and the people of our land. And if I may ask the question to the nation of Finland, if terrorists always come to your land to kill your children, kill your women, rape your women right before your eyes, some come wearing military uniform because here in Nigeria, at the moment, you put on military uniform. Even your Oga of Boko Haram or IC, everybody sees you as an army and you have the license to kill as much as you can. This is what happens here. So if that be the case in your nation, Finland, that all manner of people come in the name of police, military, to kill your children, kill your women, burn your market, burn your people's houses, molest your people here and there. Finland, even if you don't have
Reg, we can't hear you. University, can you hear Reg?
No, we can't hear him. Oh. I can't hear him.
can you hear me? Can you hear
Reg, your mic
can
is
you hear me?
breaking. It's breaking. Yes, we can hear you
Can
now.
you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Just conclude so
All
that.
right, so like I was saying, nobody will see terrorists come to kill their children, rape their women. They come in military uniform. They come in the name of police. They come to kill your women, rape your women, kill your children, disappear your young ones, and you fold your hands. Even if there are no men left in that country or in that town or in that community, the women that are left in that community will put themselves together and raise themselves an army to defend themselves. This is why we have an army in Biafra. They are called the Biafra Liberation Army, or better known as the Biafran Defense Forces, that are defending our children and our women. And we fund them. The way we fund them is not through charitable account. We have an internationally recognized account, a standard account, which is displayed in all of our government website. So please, if anybody is coming to you with an individual account or a charitable account, don't put your money there, because the implication is that you are committing a crime. You self putting money there to fund military. You that put the money there, you have committed a crime. and the person that receives the money commits a crime, and the nation, so-called nation that receives that money also commit a crime. What Ukozi and a cohort and a gang of thieves are running is not Biafra government. That is not a big government established by the people of Biafra, led by the Prime Minister, His Excellency Simon Ekpa. That is not the government of Biafra. What Ugozi Rabweze is running is a gang of thieves sponsored by the Nigeria. Just like our military, whenever they are confronted, we know the force with which the Nigerian army come to confront them. This is how Nigerian government has penetrated into the government, the Biafra government with foot force as well. And it will take us, the people, to repel them, just like our army will repel the Nigerian army when they come in full force. You understand? So nobody should be deceived. Our old mothers and fathers, because you feel like Biafra has been declared, it needs to be defended. We need to have total liberation before some of these things that these people are doing can be done. And everything is clearly stated in the charter, which is our law. That is our law. And the COS, that criminal Ugozi Olabweze, is claiming that the charter has no effect, that the charter is discarded at this early stage. So one question that I will ask, that if at this early stage we cannot uphold the rule of law, how can we prove to the world that we want to become an example to every Africa, that we want to be the beginning of civilization, a true democracy in Africa? How can we prove to the world when at this early stage Nigeria can sponsor Ugozi Orabweze to come and hijack the whole process, break all the laws, discard all the charter, and hijack all the powers to herself, powers that the people never gave to her. She took all the power and she's running, parading herself over there. So Biafrans, please don't be deceived. Let us stand up together. This evening, as the fundraising is coming up, I will be there too. Even though say na $1 give, I go give them. You understand? So whatever you get, come up and give. Thank you very much. I yield the mic here. God bless you all. I'm Raja Fury.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Reg and Fury, for that wonderful submission. If we say we are a government and we are running a government, how can we not prove that we are actually running a government? How can we prove to the international community, to the world, that yes, we are ready to govern ourselves, if we cannot uphold the charter, the principle that guides the Biafran government? Thank you for that wonderful submission. Sister Stella, you have the mic.
Thank you, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. So, I was just thinking. So, sorry, there's this noise here. Somebody's wedding, so they're passing. Let them pass. Okay, somebody is wedding. Okay, so guys, I was just thinking.
Sister Stella, please, it is only you that allow me to speak. Let me speak. That's why I was waiting for you. What is all this? This is John Emenike, yeah.
John,
I want to make my
John
donation because
Tequelo,
I want to
John
make my own
Tequelo
donation because
Melozen
by the
Choiko.
time we are
So I
starting
wanted
this,
to
our
say,
paper, I
no,
cannot
I
be
was
able to.
just thinking.
I want to do my
So
donation now.
because
Yeah. What is
Ngozika,
it?
just because Ngozika faked one SMS, we also know we are in the government, and now they were looking for somebody to read what our PM will have read in the convention. Ngozi now faked an SMS. Now said they wrote it to her. That a PM lawyer wrote it, sent it to her. That she is now the surrogate. And then, after she finished, presenting what our PM will have presented in the convention, Ngozi now, hey Jesus, now 419, I'm telling you, Ngozi now by herself, for herself, resolve idea by dissolve Biafra Republic government in exile and that de facto homeland. Hey, Ngozi 419, Ngozika, you dissolved yourself, dissolved our PM, dissolved everybody. I wanted to ask you now, where did you get the power now? Where did you now get the power from to now form your own government? Ngazika, you dissolved yourself. Dissolved your Oga, your PM that
True,
brought you, that
true,
selected
and
you.
I agree, say illiteracy is a disease. No? I really agree, and I say illiteracy is a very big disease. Continue.
Ngazika, you dissolved yourself, dissolved the Oga, dissolved the whole cabinet because they told you, because you yourself faked an SMS. Guys, we're in a government, not in a secret society, not in organization, not in a social club. Ngozi faked an SMS. Said that the lawyer of our PM sent it to her. That she is not supposed to now deliver the speech our PM will have delivered that day. She finished that and then dissolved herself, dissolved the organ that selected her, dissolved the cabinet that we ourselves, the people, voted for, dissolved even the de facto government in homeland. I wanted to ask you, Ngozi, when you have dissolved everything, Ngozi, dissolved also yourself for yourself, where did you not get the power from? To now begin to, people woke up and I now saw their name as a part of the secretary of Ngozi. Chidi, part of secretary of Ngozi. Amobi, part of secretary. People were shocked. How? Ngozi, Ngozika. This shows really that you are 100% a Nigerian stooge among us.
Auntie Stella, sorry, did you just say that Chidi Ibe not become one of our secretaries?
No, I'm just
For
taking
Canada,
names now. I'm just bringing up names. I mean, people woke up. I didn't want to call the real names. People woke up one morning and they now started hearing their name on the board of secretary of Ngozika. Eh? Give me any name. All of them. They now started seeing themselves. Ngozi, you know how to do magic. Oh. This one, guys, not be juju be this. So we've been here joking now. We've been here just wasting our precious time. Even the charter we voted for last year also, Ngozi have also made it of no importance. Ngozi can have made it also of no function. Ngozi, hell, no wonder you're working with somebody like what's her name again? Adadio Ramanditi. Itim Pataka. You're working with Ugo 247. It around you. Why would you be messing up and down? They wouldn't even tell you. They don't even know what you're doing. And guys, I'm just beginning to notice a pattern here. This is actually how Nigeria operates. Nigeria will bring the most stupid one among you. Nigeria will bring the criminal amongst you. Nigeria will bring armed robber among you and make them your governors, chairman, councillor. This is exactly the modus operandi of Ngozeka. Check out all the people she chose. Is either they are enemies of our PM sacked. You can imagine somebody that is called, is this Solomon or whatever his name is. This guy, yeah, her chief of defense. Ngozi's chief of defense, Solomon, no. Duped this government 18 million a year. Yet Ngozi still brought this guy to become defense minister. Guys, abomination is going on in front of us. A criminal or PM ward, don't go near our defense. Solomon, a criminal, our PM warned, don't go near our defense. Just stay there. And now our PM is no more. Ngozi brought him in, made him defense staff. Ngozi, oh, no, or no, okay, do your problem. Ngozi, you now brought our enemies. You are now what? So, guys, have you noticed that my more powerful, Chico, Nyoshio, all of them? Guys, have you noticed that they are now attacking us instead of attacking Ngozi, the government, the so-called government? They are now on the side of Ngozi Ikao. Is this not a red flag? Rani, is this not a red flag still to you? That all the bad guys that were attacking us are now on the side of Ngozi Ika. She has also made Solomon. Rani, go and find out who is Solomon. He made him the chief of defense. That our PM warned, don't go near to our defense. Don't go near our military men. Ngozi is now working with this same guy. Rani, have you heard what is going on in Homeland? That are now removing all the administrators our PM installed. They are now removing them, putting another one. Next thing now, Ronnie, you will begin to hear that they are killing our people. I want to talk to you because you said you're a Christian like me. So I don't know. This your discernment of spirit. Where is it? That you can't even discern. Except you were never on our side before. Because, they said they sent out 500,000 errats. Or 5,000 errats. I was looking for them then. I didn't see them. Now I know where they... I now know where they really hid themselves. They hid themselves among us. So if with all these points, Ronnie, Otunwamwaya, Ugo BLT, give me their names. You are not still able to understand still that something is wrong with where you are. Then you must be one of the errats before. Because this erratism, you don't write it on your forehead. It's from attitude, from what you do, what you believe in, that will begin to look into you and begin to understand whom you are. Bible said by their fruits you know them. Running, show me your fruits. What are your fruits talking about? That you can't pinpoint, can't understand that something is wrong where you are, whom you're supporting. You can't even ask questions. You are just there saying, oh yeah. Ronnie that articulates. Ronnie that can ask questions and questions. Ronnie has become deaf and
Sister
dumb and
Stella,
blind on
it
top
is
of it.
surprising. It is surprising. Very, very surprising. Even Clara Deans. Surprising, my sister. Go ahead.
All this running when they say church for years. And they be the poorest of the poor. Give them anything. They can do anything. You go even shock to say that running now. They go not give them one of people for the battle. Because they go not promise and one position for the battle. This time anytime when they shout, so they anger for your voice. You understand? When they go say we'll be Christian for years. So when they're supposed to go work in the morning, they go for church. They say that they do deliverance. And what did they do for you be that? Carry on my sister.
Thank you. Like our brother just said, we are standing strong because we are upholding the rule of law. We are not animals. Ngozika cannot treat us like animals because we don't belong in the zoo. And so rule of the jungle must not be used on us. What we are using is rule of law and is written in our charter, Biafra Charter. We are not animals and we are not looking for a zoo. And the rule of the jungle must not be used on us. And this is why we are standing strong, upholding the rule of law, the rule that is stipulated in our charter. Clara, you look for somebody to follow. Isn't that Chikote one? See, Ugo 247 eating Everybody bought it.
Itim pataka. Ay, my God.
Somebody
Sister
that
Stella,
can try to
Ikeguru.
interpret a simple statement English. Ugochukwu 247 cannot interpret it. Anyway, you guys have heard what our information minister said.
247 get 50,
They have
you
do
get 50
juju on
years,
you
get the
people's
years.
head. Our information minister said they have done juju on you people's head. That you people should go to river. That one. Later, Ekwensu will come and tell you guys this one. Because if you believe in Ekwensu and in his wickedness, and because this is wickedness, guys. If you believe in Ekwensu and the wickedness, hold on, you get the information. They ask who no, somebody will come and interpret this to them all. But Ronnie, I want to talk to you because you said you are a child of God like I am. Your discernment of the spirit, where is it? Your discernment of the spirit, where is it? And we are even here still helping you, yet you're not getting it still. Does it mean na Juju Ngazika don't catch you too? If Juju Ngazika catch you, your common sense also, where is it now? At least use your common sense now. We are not animals, and we are not looking for a zoo. Therefore, the rules of the jungle we will not take. We will not stand for. We are humans, and we are sounding strong, and we will uphold the rules of law. And the rule of law is in our charter. Go to my X handle, you see where our PM unveiled the charter. Said, now, this is the law. This is the rule Biafrans will be using. Go and see it. Wake up. Atọpụmụnụ na-agbọ n'aha Jesus. Tọpụnụ na-agbọ n'ike Jesus. Ihe ahụ ha mere na mmiri meghesi anya. Wụlụnụ ndị nwere onwe unu, particularly unu ndị Christians n'ebe ahụ. I free all of you by the blood of Yeshua Mashiach. Receive your freedom. 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 In the name of Yeshua Mashiach.
He said.
Thank you, Jerry. Aluma.
Obinna, you have the mic. Obinna, are you there?
All these Christians, I saw that they can deceive people for Nigeria here. All this the ruling. I saw that they deceive people up and down for you. Eternity. What is there for their mind? The worst part for their mind.
John, are you there? Obinna or John?
Hello?
John, go ahead.
Hello. Can you all hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to give my submission, and my submission goes with my fundraising, because by the time the fundraising, that is when I starting work, I will not be there. Now, I want to put my grievances, and I doesn't talk more. Stella knows me. My grievances goes to Pastor Vam. Now, listen. Yesterday, I want to make a suggestion, a submission. When I want to say something, I want to Pastor Vam buzz in. Say, no, anything defense, don't go there, this and that. But that was the same thing that Sonny, Information Minister, answered today concerning what I wanted to go, to make sure that the instruction that our leader given to the man they call Solomon to divide our men, so for our men not to be killed, for Sonny, all what Sonny given today, he answered all my questions. But my annoyance is on Pastor Vam. Now, why do I say this? When our PM visited Austria, my junior brother, a Reverend Father, was in Okiwe. He drove a vehicle going a place, he met our Umoma, my immediate junior brother, Reverend Father. He's there in Okiwe State, as I'm talking to you. Then when he met them, because of what he passed through with them, he could not be able to come out for a week. So I was asking, where is my brother? Later, he said the shock of what he saw. They didn't take money from him. They didn't touch him. Even when he gave them money, they didn't collect money. So PM came to Austria. He was like, PM know me. When I text him, he replies me. He calls me by my name. I wanted to ask to know who are these people, whether it's our angels or a counter group. Pastor Bam 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 with Adadi or Amma just shouted because they are bringing people in. He says, Sabo, this and that. Sonny was about telling them, let this guy speak. They cut the mic and say, this. Okay, now in our state, my wife, for him to be conceived to make the woman affair, the Minister of Women Affairs in our state, my wife was against this. He says, if they could be able to do this, or all those things. So, but let me say something as a Christian. When I saw Adadi Orama post about Vam 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 when he was against our PM, saying that when Vam 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 was saying our PM is a Sabo, I begin to love Vam 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 because why? Anybody that can be stronger is when you use his past days of life to judge him, but that person have repented. That is what Christianity taught us all about. God doesn't want us to continue our way, but when you repented, don't go back there again. And I see it in him. But one thing about him is that sometimes he scares people away. Now, when Stella, even when I was asking Stella, you know me, can't you allow me? He didn't allow me continue, but Rage and Fury bossy and he allow him. You are saying every other person bossy and you allow. I keep since the morning. I closed from work. I'm going back to work now. I wanted to enter underground train in New York. I know my service will go off. I said, let me, when our information minister finished saying what he was saying, I was the one saying, can I ask a question? They even Nana. Sometimes Nana caught me so many times. I don't want you people to know me, but what I have put in this struggle.
Sorry.
Just allow me to bring out my grievances, please. Allow me. That is why we are one here. Allow me. Even Nana, sometimes I come to your program or he receive repeated and cut me off. I don't want you to know me. Don't know me. But what I'm saying in essence is this. Vam Vam Vam, you are doing a good job and you are making what you're supposed to make. Don't scare people away. I am even more aggrieved of getting Biafra than you, Vam Vam Vam, but everybody knows himself. But I encourage you because you are there doing it for us. So I know you are hearing me. Now my question is this. Our admin here is
I
on
beg,
the other side.
make you allow him talk. Now, why you want to let him talk? Let him bring his grievances. I beg, on a people.
Make una wait
Is
to.
the information
Make una
minister. Is
wait
the
to.
information
Make
minister.
una wait
Time up.
to. Make una wait to. Because
So
we
now what I want to ask now is
Mazi
this.
John, wait. Mazi
I
John,
bring
can you
out
hear
my
me?
grievances now, but what I want to ask, our admin here is on the other side of this paper, and the PM instructed me when I. Hello? Sorry, I received. Are you hearing me? Call came into my phone. Are you hearing me? Hello?
Who can hear me and who cannot hear me?
Hello?
Who
Are
can
you
hear
hearing
me and
me?
who cannot hear me? Who can hear me and who cannot
Are you
hear me,
hearing?
please?
I'm hearing.
We can hear
Minister,
you,
I can hear you.
information minister.
Are you
Okay.
hearing me? Call came
Yes,
into my
John.
phone.
John, I can hear you. Throw your question
Okay.
because we are rounding up to go into the Zoom.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
almost
As
time.
I put in, yes, I put in all my grievances now. Let us not be doing this on IM. If you don't know somebody, will not give him mic. You call this person. This is a new nation we are building. I'm very angry on this. Everything, give anybody phone. Just search for people, give people phone. Because this is what we are saying. This person is authoritative. This person is this. This person is that. I am. How can we continue this? It cannot be. So my question to you, Aparawa, is this: as this our admin here is on the other side, and when I talk on PM on phone, PM said because of my one thing or the other here, which I will not reveal here, he says I can be giving everything to our admin here. Then even when I done my ID card, all my receipt is when he sent to me. Then now, because it's on the other side, and you know what I mean by that. And because of some certain things here, I cannot maybe go to our website to make a donation now. But I said I need, and I texted you some time in your WhatsApp. So I need Ogenkere to chat me on WhatsApp so that he is here in America with us, so that I can be able to send my money. When I send my money, I make sure it's to the right place to him, because the money I'm putting, I always put a big amount of money. So let Ogenkere text me. I texted you Barawa. He's there. Let him text me with his number, then put voice call to me that I know it's Ogenkere. He sent me the number I will send money to, so that I can tell somebody to sell the money now. So for this, in the
I think a minister of information will send you the number to do that. Not to do.
I'm
You need to
coming.
protect
I'm
those
coming.
things
Listen,
that we don't
I
want
know
to
why
send
I
you
said. I
to
know why I said he should talk with Morgan Kere to give me a voice call. So I'm supporting the fundraising today with 500 Ejema. But if you give me a voice call, a number where I will send the money, I will be able to send the money. He will give me a voice call for me to know it's Morgan Kere. I know the reason why. Thank you.
All right, thank you, thank you. Mazi John Eminike, where did you message me? Is it on Telegram or WhatsApp or Twitter?
On WhatsApp. I'm very angry now. Yeah.
Beg, calm yourself down. I will check your message. Please,
WhatsApp.
if you drop the message
Yeah.
before, maybe 2 days ago, drop it again now, because I'll go and check
Yeah,
as
because
I
of your voice
open
I hear,
fundraising.
because you are the one who carried this money. That's why I'm here. I'm telling you, that's why I'm here. And when you speak, I am calm. I saw it in you. I told
Calm,
my wife of that, and I remained there.
calm,
You don't need
and
to tell me to
calm.
come because of your voice. I'm coming down already. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. So I beg, apologies to everybody. I was off from this space for the past how many hours? I was in a meeting, so I just came back now. So everything you guys have discussed, after I gave my opening speech, I didn't even hear anything again. So I don't know what has been going on. So if there has been an argument or misunderstanding, make una calm down. Eh? We are here for the same purpose. So
And
I'll check your
yes, and
message.
again, finally, a question I want to ask you now is this: Emmanuel Oremi, you posted on his sideline and that you supported that we should not use the charter. That was, I was looking for you to read it, but I can't read it now because I'm almost late to work. Then he said that you supported for us not to use that charter, but now look at you now saying we should go back to use the charter. So what can you say about that? He just posted this maybe not some hours ago.
The
Or Emmanuel
the
Ore.
thing the thing
Yeah.
the thing he posted, somebody sent it to me. It is the same in
Okay,
that
okay.
same message that he posted. He has problem of dementia. Emmanuel Remigius that you're talking about, he has problem of dementia. When you read what I wrote
Yeah.
there, you will understand that the person that posted that thing and changed the narrative has problem of dementia. So just read that thing when you are free. Read the thing.
Okay, okay. Thank you for your answer. I will
thank, thank you so much. So, Biafran people, thank you so much for being with us. We are going
we
into the
go
fundraising
to
now. Yeah, we are going into the fundraising now, and the Zoom is open. Please, we see everyone there in the fundraising. Come en mass and make your donations. So if you have not spoken in this space, you will speak again, and you can as well speak inside the fundraising. I'm calling on all prime ministers, cabinet members, and reps and
Yes, but
admins.
I
Come
cannot
out
see
en
again
mass
because I
in the
have got.
fundraising and do your work. Yeah, thank you, Mwachineke. Thank you. All right, see you all there. There will in a few minutes. So let's rest for like some minute before we start the fundraising. Ciao, ciao, ciao.
All right, we are going to put it off now. We are going off from the Zoom. We are going back to the fundraising. Please join the fundraising. Join the link for the fundraising. I will be posting it right now. Every one of you have seen it. It is the same link we have always been using. The link has never been changed and will never be changed. So the same link for the fundraising is the same link you are going to be using now. So please get on the fundraising and let's do this together. Thank you very much. I will be putting up the link again, for the fundraising on my Twitter handle. And please go there right now. Go to my Twitter handle. Please go to Minister of Information Twitter handle. Please go to our information platform Twitter handle. I've just posted the link now. Let's go there and join the fundraising. Join us in the Zoom, and then we're going to be back for the broadcast. Ebon.